A few days back there was an unconfirmed news on the social media that India has hit a Chinese helicopter with the help of an E-bomb or an electromagnetic pulse bomb. That time onwards a discussion was rife whether India has an E-bomb or an electromagnetic pulse bomb. So we first tried to understand an E-bomb or an electromagnetic pulse bomb. An E-bomb emits electromagnetic shock waves that destroys electronic circuits and communication networks of enemy forces. The Indian Defence Research and Development Organization (DRDO) is developing an E-bomb which will emit electromagnetic shock waves that destroy electronic circuits and communication networks of enemy forces, said top source in the DRDO. The E-bomb, it is told, would give an option to the military as the bomb can target the enemy's mobile targets, air defense systems, mobile or static radars, naval vessels with communication systems, and even ill-shielded communication or electronic systems at a military base. Now we try to understand the history of electromagnetic pulse and its effects. The electromagnetic pulse (EMP) effect was first observed during the early testing of high-altitude airburst nuclear weapons. The electromagnetic pulse is in effect an electromagnetic shock wave. This pulse of energy produces a powerful electromagnetic field, particularly within the near area of the weapon burst. The field can be sufficiently strong to produce short-time voltages of thousands of volts, that is kilovolts, on exposed electrical conductors, such as wires, or conductive tracks on printed circuit boards, where exposed. For its short time interval it is called electromagnetic pulse. The EMP causes an irreversible damage to electrical and electronic equipment, particularly computers and radio or radar receivers, computers used in data processing systems, communications systems, displays, industrial control applications, including road and rail signaling, and those embedded in military equipment, such as signal processors, electronic flight controls and digital engine control systems, are all potentially vulnerable to the EMP effect. Other electronic devices and electrical equipment may also be destroyed by the EMP effect. Telecommunications equipment can be highly vulnerable due to the presence of lengthy copper cables between devices. Receivers of all varieties are particularly sensitive to EMP, as the highly sensitive miniature high-frequency transistors and diodes in such equipment are easily destroyed by exposure to high-voltage electrical transients. Therefore, radar and electronic warfare equipment, satellite, microwave, UHF, VHF, HF and low-band communications equipment and television equipment are all potentially vulnerable to the EMP effect. It is significant that modern military platforms are densely packed with electronic equipment, and unless these platforms are well hardened, an EMP device can substantially reduce their function or render them unusable. These days militaries produce these electromagnetic pulse bombs through non-nuclear methods, and for this reason the weapons are called NIMP weapons, non-nuclear EMP weapon. Classified as directed energy weapons, NIMP weapons generate a less powerful EMP and have radii of effectiveness ranging from a few hundred meters to a few kilometers. Military NIMP weapons are probably in existence in the form of either aircraft or missile delivery bombs or mounted systems on aircraft, drones or missiles. Boeing claims to have successfully tested an EMP missile, Counter-Electronics High-Powered Microwave Advanced Missile Project, CHAMP, at the Utah Test and Training Range in 2012. Small suitcase-sized ground-based NIMP weapons with short ranges are also feasible. The adverse impact of an NIMP attack is envisaged to be more on systems and devices with electronic components, as the voltages required to damage semiconductors are small. Now we are back on the news that India used such an E-bomb or an electromagnetic pulse bomb on a Chinese helicopter. No government agency has notified such an attack, hence, we cannot take it as granted. But one thing is sure, that our scientists are capable to have produced such an E-bomb or an electromagnetic pulse bomb, because keeping in view the scientific prowess of India, it is not an uphill task. They are capable of doing it whenever the leadership decides to do it.